Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. It's more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the second trailer slash the demo trailer for Harvestella. Now, I was kind of hoping that there would be more trailers than this at this point, because this game comes out in like 4 days or something like that. It comes out on November 4th. So however many days that is from whenever you're watching this. So, and I was really hoping that we'd get like one more trailer, but I guess that's just not happening, or they're waiting until like the release date to do like a launch trailer. I was kind of hoping to get one more, but we've already seen a lot. They did a lot of like extended gameplay videos and stuff like that for the game. So I'm just wondering if there's anything else that they have to show off. And that's kind of why we're here, because the game has been something that kind of just appeared out of nowhere. Square Enix was like, hey, you know, like Stardew Valley? Yeah. Well, what if we did that, but we animified it? And we're like, and everyone was like, wait, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, we're going to let you operate your farm, and you're going to do an anime thing. You're going to do like the normal Stardew Valley stuff, but then you're also going to have like a character action fighter, like all of like a Bayonetta, and you're just going to go out, and that's how you're going to get your resources. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's like kind of like Moonlighter, I guess. Yeah, but real anime. And everyone was just like, okay, Square Enix, I guess, sure, why not? Go for it. And the more we've seen, it looks pretty good. My largest concern when we watched it before was mainly, and this is definitely something just to me, the game looks really easy, which I realize that if you're trying to appeal to like farming sim fans, you don't want the combat to be challenging, but seeing the history of Square Enix, especially with the way they've treated their more recent games and the games that they have coming out, looking at things like Forspoken or Final Fantasy 16, it's like, that looks like some pretty damn good combat that could have a lot of depth to it. This game doesn't look like it has a whole lot of depth to its combat, which I understand, but I also find to be unfortunate. But let's see what this trailer has for us. Square Enix.
A planet with 4 giant crystals called Seaslight. Seaslight controls the 4 seasons and bestows its blessings upon all living things. In your life here, amongst the lush nature of Lethe Village, you till the land, raise crops, and live alongside the bounty of the seasons. And yet, at each turn of the season it comes, withering all life in its wake, quietus. Set out on a journey with your friends to uncover the mysteries of quietus. The road ahead will lead to all kinds of adventure and new encounters, and, eventually, the very truth of the world itself.
How's this? Ha! Don't underestimate a scientist!
May lost souls find repose.
I'm coming to help!
Humanity, all you have to do is accept the death I have designed for you.
Good morning! Now it's my turn!
We're both just humans. I don't know what you think, but I feel calm around you for some reason.
I really like that about you.
This is the story of those who live alongside the seasons of life and death. Harvestella.
So, you know, I don't feel like this was a bad trailer, but after watching the other trailers, it makes me feel like this game has a slight identity crisis. And I feel like it could do more if maybe I'm just not seeing the big picture, right? Because like this shot, right? We get to see your farm, okay? Your farm, unless there is a way to expand it, like if it goes off to the side where I can't see, or it's expanded in the back there, your farm is fairly small, okay? And that's not inherently bad, but also the ability to do things on this very small amount of land, they have expedited, if that's a word, in a way that is like very nice quality of life, right? Like you're tilling 9 squares at once, and then the shot afterwards, we see them watering a 2x3, 6 squares at once, or maybe it's just 1x3, I don't know. Anyway, and then like right here, they're harvesting this entire field all at once. that's all great, right? That's all really nice quality of life stuff. But with a small farm and the ability to do these actions very quickly, it means your farm won't take a lot of time. Personally, I appreciate that. While I have played and I did enjoy Stardew Valley, there's a lot of things that are just like they're just monotonous. Which, I mean, like I've done farm work when I was a teenager. A lot of it is very monotonous, but sometimes people find that calming and soothing, and that's fine. And I definitely have found that as well, especially in games like Potionomics, which I played recently. Really great, enjoyable time, and sitting there just brewing potions was very, very fun. But the question is like, what are you trying to sell this game on? Because this farm part of it, in terms of like the Stardew Valley aspect, looks very limited. And if it's, very short, quaint, easy to manage and do, that's fine. But that means that that's not the focus of the game. We're not spending a lot of time doing that, which means likely that the part of the game that we're focusing on instead is these adventure combat sides of things, right? Like we got this map that we're going out and exploring, and you're trying to go out and save the world, essentially. And I also really appreciate that they even straight up pulled off the whole idea from Stardew Valley of that at the end of the season your whole crop resets. They gave it an anime mystical reason, which is perfectly fine, because then quietus descends upon the land, and all of the crops that could be grown in summer can no longer be grown, and now you must grow fall crops. They're all dead. But anyway, again, doesn't look like that takes a lot of time. So instead, you're going to be going out and doing the anime RPG story side of things. You're going to be doing these character action combat sequences. You're going to be learning about the cliche anime reason that the world is in the state that it's in, taking on these bosses, which is fine, right? Like if you're trying to make the farm not take too much time, so that instead you can lend time to the character anime fighter, perfectly fine. However, with what we saw in the demo, that didn't look like the character action fighter side of things had a whole lot of depth to it, which makes me worry that this isn't also that fleshed out, and that instead you have essentially two different games entirely that are pulling away from one another. I don't know if that's the case, but it definitely feels like that's a possibility. Both things could expand, right? Like this farm right here that we're looking at, this is definitely, if this is a farm that you manage anyway, this looks, it's positioned in a way to make it look more expansive, right? Of like these long fields of like, jellyfish moon trees and, some mushroom cap things, but maybe this is at a different location. Maybe you end up having multiple farms at multiple different cities, because the world map looks decently sized. It's not massive, but it is present, right? And to the point that, let me see if I can't find the little clip of it, to the point that they were using an airship at one point to travel back across the land. I don't know if I can see it here. This might be it. Yeah, so they're traveling back across the world map in an airship, which is, whatever. But at the same time, it just makes me wonder, like, what direction are we going here? I'm still very interested in this game. I like the look of it a lot. It could be just really fun, down to earth, an enjoyable time. But I feel like, at least maybe on the marketing side of this game has a bit of an identity crisis of what it's trying to market itself as and what it's trying to bill itself to you for. What is it trying to sell itself to get you to purchase it from either the Nintendo Switch eShop or on Steam? It's not coming to any other consoles beyond PC through Steam and the Nintendo Switch eShop. So, I don't know. Like, I wish I did, but it's still so up in the air for me of understanding what this game is specifically trying to do, especially because it came out of nowhere. You can definitely see some really clear inspirations from Stardew Valley while taking on like that Square Enix character anime fighter. That's fine. But I still feel like there is a part of the package that either doesn't exist or we haven't been very clearly shown. So that's Harvestella. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Are you picking this game up? Are you still kind of hesitant on it? Are you waiting for some reviews to drop? What are your thoughts? Put them down in the comments below. If you want to keep with the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream. Because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.